Hello teacher and hello everyone. Today we're here to present about our project, which is attendance record system. We're from team 6 of group A. And our team has Rattanakpanha, Gnep Vandara, Houng Sokleng, Kheng Nita, Rithratana, and Horm Mannchhi. And move on to the table of the content. One is for introduction on what is attendance record system. Two, for tool that we use in our project. 3 that is feature that we implemented in our source code, and 4 is for the data structure that we use to write our code in there, and 5 is our program file which included in the header file, and 6 is for the code demonstration. For introduction, attendance record system is a system used to track the number of people attending to work, school, or a specific event. Attendance record system have two options, is login as admin and login as user. And for the tool, we use Google Meet for our virtual meeting, discussion, and demo our code to each other. And for the Telegram one, we use it to communicate it and drop our source code there. And we use code block to test our feature, testing our prototype program and coding. And the last one is we use GitHub to research our prototype.
So in my part is about our system function and feature, which is gonna cover the main function that has and gonna use in our attendance management system. First is admin feature. Admin feature including some functions such as display all name, display a user data, delete user data, take attendance, and show attendance. Each function has its own functionality, which is display all user data is a function to show all name and user data in the list, which means all user data that has input into the system will be displayed in the function. Next is display a user data. This function is a bit similar to display all user data, except it only displays only one user, which it responds to the search engines. In case there are too many names to check, we can just specifically search for a user to display in this function. Next is about delete function. Its work exactly as it sounds like. It is a function to remove any name or data from the list. It works by searching the information of the user from the list and delete it directly from the list. Next is our main purpose of the system, is take attendance function. This function performs an attendance recording task by display the name from the list to check whether the person is present or absent. Last function in our admin feature, we have show attendance. It's a function to display a recorded attendance, which is basically mean the attendance that is recorded will be stored in a database of our system. This feature shows us all user data along with the attendance recorded. It's also sum up daily attendance for each day that has taken.
In this point, I'm gonna talk about user feature. So in our user feature, we have two functions, that is take data from file and add a new data. For take data from file function, it will read all the data that we store in the file text and display on screen. And then add the new data function, we use it to add the new information of the user with the name and the ID of the user. But if the ID of the new user already exists in the list, our reminder will load with the display of ID existed. And we can find the information of the new user in function display all name of admin feature.
Hello teacher, my name is Sokleng and here is my part. I'm going to present about data structure, and here we are going to pick a linked list data structure to create our final projects that can store a student or employee's attendance. And we also pick a file IO to implement with our double linked list to generate every report of data that record in our database. So here we look through to the code. First, we are going to create a structure of element that have a string of name and ID, and also the integer of count present and absent. And we are going to create our double linked list that have element of next and previous. And then we are going to create a empty list. Next, we are going to boolean. We are going to check our condition by input ID if ID is already in the list or not. And at this point, we are going to create a function that add to the end. It means that we get the input from our admin as a ID or name, and if it have, it will alert the message to our admins. And here also we are going to create a function that search by code. And next we are going to create a function that can display the list, and we are going to read the data from our database that name list. So next we are going to create a function that can delete our information, that we are going to delete it by input search ID. So we can delete it at the start, we can delete it at the tail, and also in the between, because we use the bowling list, so we easy to delete everywhere at our list. And next, here is our take attendance function. So if the head of our list is nil, we are going to alert a message to our admins. And also that if it's not nil, we are going to ask the admin if the person is coming absent or present. If present, we get the char Y or capital Y, and then we are going to increase the present count to 1. And then if it no, it means that N or capital N, we are going to count absent plus 1. And if the char is equal to char 0, it means we're going to return our loop. And next we are going to through to our checks attendance. Okay, here is our check attendance. We are going to read our attendance from our database that name attendance record system .tat. Yeah, we also track to record the date of and the time that we are store our present and absent. It means that when we are read the history of our attendance record, we will show the ID, name, and present absent of that people.
Hello teacher, I'm Mannchhi and here is my part, program file. In the part, I will explain about all of the files that we use in project. First one is main.cpp. We use it for execute the program. And number 2 is header.h, used for store all the file that has a file extension. Number 3 is user login.h. We use it for create a user mode, and admin login.h. We use it to create admin mode. For file order, we use it to create all the function in user mode and admin mode. Number 6 is set color. Setcolor.hash is the file for coloring the box and text. And one more is makebox.h. We use it to create the box in project. For menu.h, we use to create login menu. Number 9 is read from file.h. We use it to store all the text file. And data structure.h, we use it to create some function that use linked list data structure. Group asset.tat is the text file that you for store student name. For namelist.tat, you for store the name and ID when user input more. Next is user and new data is text file that we use it for store inputted data. And the last one is attendance record system.tat is the text file that store attendance history and data of student.
Hello teacher and hello everyone, my name is Panya. So my teammate already illustrated and explained about our project, so it's my turn to make a program demonstration. Let's check it out. So once again, our project is about attendance record system. This is my main.cpp. I don't have anything much in my main.cpp because everything is divided into small function, and those functions are divided into each header file, namely as a function. I have a file which name header.h, we contain all the other header files. So in my main.cpp, I don't have to include every header file. I only have to include header.h. So my main.cpp contain all the other header file as well. In our program, we use data structure as the bowling list, and we have menu which contain the menu data, admin, and user login. and other as well, and read data from file and set color. We use this function to colorize our program, and this is for manage the X and Y coordinate. And make box, we use this as a border of our content. We use ASCII character, and yeah, we will talk about this later when we run the program. So let's run the program. So this is how our program runs. It displays CADT attendance record system. It has two main functions and one exit function, login as admin and login as user. As I said earlier, we use ASCII character to design our border. So this is the ASCII character that we use. And this one as well, this one and this one. And we use function void color to colorize this border as well, and also this letter. And yeah, and also we use function go to X and Y to manage this coordinate. And one more special about our program, we don't input the number to choose the function. We use arrow key up and down like this to choose the function that we need. Let's check the admin portal first. Just a quick introduction. I set username as admin and password as admin too, but first attempt I want to try a wrong password. It will show login invalid, and it will run a program again for us to input. Let's put the right one this time. So I have some of the function display on them: delete, take attendance, and show. And it will show the list is empty, no data available for every function because we doesn't have data now. So let's check. Let's go to the user portal. Same to admin user portal. If we input the wrong password, it will also say login invalid. So we have to input the right username and password. In our user portal, we have two main functions and one logout tool. First is take data from file, and second is add new data. Take data from file is we have a file which name group.a6. We have this data, so we can read this data and input into our program. So let's type it. Yeah, and this name have been input into our program. And yeah, so let's try add new data. A quick introduction to you. This ID already existed in the file. So if I input this ID, it will show ID existed. So I have to input the ID that doesn't exist in the file. So like this, it will say, yeah, it's allowed us to input it. I can name him like John, something like this, and yes. So let's go to the admin, and it will show those names in our list. Yeah, these are the names that we read from file and input. And we can also display a specific data of a user like this, and yes, this is. And we can take the attendance. If he present, we can put yes or no or yes. Yeah, it's something like this. And we can also show the attendance data for this day. Yeah, this is the attendance that we have taken, and it also display the name that the data is taken. So let's see if we want to delete a name. For example, this name. Let me just copy this ID, and we will delete this name. I want to delete this name, and yeah, done. Let's display again. Yeah, that name doesn't exist anymore. Same to here. And one more, the data that we taken here, the present and absence, will be written into a file, which is I create a file named attendance record system, and yeah, it will record to here. This is where when I run the program before, and this is the data that I just taken. Yeah, this is the date, and yeah, it will display all the name and the attendance that we take it, and in the end it will summarize the total of absence and present to here. So that's all for my program demonstration. Thank you everyone, and thank you teacher for your attention. If you have any question, don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.